Greetings and welcome to Let's Play by Play, a narrated playthrough of video games. We're going to be resuming Dark Forces from 1995 by LucasArts and starting the second mission today. So we're using the Force engine, which is actually a port made by fans. Actually, we're going to go to mods. We're going to load this fan patch and go to the agent menu by pressing escape. And we're going to start the second mission, which is labeled Tele Tac Base. Click begin mission. Now we see the Moldy Crow flying by in space, departing for its next mission.
Kyle delivers the plans to the Rebel Alliance. Soon afterwards, the Death Star is destroyed. But even as the Alliance celebrates this victory, another sinister plot is set in motion that will become an even greater concern for the Rebellion.
Screen wipes right. A huge, flat, triangular, and gray ship lumbers by. The pistol-shaped craft and star destroyers appear in the distance. Looking over Vader's shoulder as he peers outside, from a wider view of the deck, we see him turn around.
The Emperor has approved your test demonstration, General Mock.
Pausing here, General Mock stands tall as an older heavyset man with deep creases in his face, light complexion, gray swept-back hair, and a prominent scar on the right side of his face. His drab brown uniform is adorned with 2 rows of red and blue decorations.
Thank you, Lord Vader. What I unveil today will mark a new era for the Empire. We will be able to decimate the rebels just as we did the Jedi Knights. At last, the Emperor's war will be filled only with the glory and beauty of decisive victory.
A noble cause, General. I hope the demonstration lives up to your claims. Proceed.
With pleasure. Dark Trooper, release.
We see an exterior view of the ship. Kind of an elongated box, almost like a irregularly shaped pistol. See some trooper robots or armor being lowered into some kind of pods. Pods are closing. You see the pods eject from the ship, and now they're flying down to what looks like a planet. You see them entering the atmosphere with little plumes of smoke. Sounds like possibly explosions happening.
Very impressive, General. The Emperor will be most pleased. Continue with your project.
Certainly, Lord Vader.
Screen wipes left. 4 rebel ships slowly passing by. 2 long corvettes with their cylindrical heads, flanking the long, thin capital ship with bulging nose and aft sections. Pausing again, inside a briefing room surrounded by rows of benches lies a cylindrical projector. On the left is a fair-skinned man sporting a heavy brown jacket and hardened expression. On the right stands Mon Mothma, also with a light complexion, in a flowing white gown and ginger hair.
Thank you, Commander, for responding at such short notice. The Empire has been keeping us on the run since the destruction of the Death Star.
A green hologram appears.
5 days ago, the Empire attacked one of our secret bases in the city of Tale.
This is TAC base to anybody out there. Please, we're under Imperial attack. There was no warning at all. Total devastation. They broke through our shields. They broke through our shields!
Pausing here, now we see our character, Kyle, wearing a metal chestplate covered in his heavy jacket. He appears jaded, cynical, perhaps even annoyed with a slight frown and furrowed brow, his arms crossed. He wears no insignia, medals, or badges as far as we can tell.
TAC base was destroyed within minutes. Many innocent people in the surrounding city, as well as the rebel staff, were killed. Intelligence thinks that this may be an act of retaliation for the destruction of the Death Star.
Interesting. This looks like it could be a normal Imperial attack, except for those sounds.
Very perceptive, Commander. I know you understand that all we discuss here is classified. This Imperial officer...
Pausing again, Mothma changes the hologram to a close-up of a bearded man. He has a prominent comb-over and a somber expression.
Crix Medine wishes to defect to the Alliance. He has supplied us with information on the development of a new Imperial weapon. Those sounds you heard, we believe, come from that weapon. A new type of stormtrooper, the Dark Trooper.
A new stormtrooper that can take out a rebel base that quickly? I should have kept working for the Empire.
The Rebel Command is not taking this lightly. They have authorized me to hire you to find out if there is a threat, and if there is, to shut it down. That is, if you are still on our side.
We return to a view of Kyle's deadpan expression.
This could be interesting. Alright, I'm in. But I think I'll need some help on this one. I want Jan Ors as my mission officer.
Certainly. Then I will let Jan brief you further on your mission objectives. Thank you, Commander, and may the Force be with you.
Fade to black. We see the exterior of the Rebel fleet heading away from the camera as the Moldy Crow flies by. Now we see the mission briefing screen. Appears there's a woman in the background, kind of a profile shot. Looks like Jan Ors, I imagine. It says Mission 2, Tele TAC Base, after the massacre. It's good to see you, Kyle. Good job on the Operation Skyhook. The rebels were very impressed. Now it's back to the mission hopping, just like the old days. Background. Rebel Command has made a brief reconnaissance of the area, and it's swarming with Imperial activity. The power is still down in the city, so some of the systems are going to be down as well. You'll need to find the main hydroelectric power generator and get it back online. We see an image of what looks like a hydro power generator of some kind, with 3 prongs that seem to be pushed by water that moves around it, and a central hub in the middle. Mission. The Empire usually gets sloppy after a major offensive, so we may be able to find evidence or leads about this new Dark Trooper we've been hearing about through Crix Medine. His contacts inside the Empire will help us follow up on anything you may pick up. Good hunting, Kyle. Then we have mission objectives. Find and restart the hydroelectric power generator. Find some clue to the Dark Trooper. Return to the landing area. We'll leave it set on medium, and we'll click OK in the lower right. Something I forgot to mention last time, there are shortcut keys for each of these options in the menus. E would be easy, M would be medium, H would be hard, C would be cancel, O would be OK. Press O for OK. Loading mission. Okay, now we see kind of purple skyline, Moldy Crows taking off. In the background, or in the surrounding area here, we have what looks like a kind of almost gray, light gray marble colored base with various bricks off in the distance. Some tiled square tiling on the ground below us. And then behind us kind of some zigzagging pattern textures. We also see what looks like a window above us and some kind of darkened doorway. So we're going to open the map here and take a look at what this area looks like. Large rectangular area. We're going to go around to the right side. Oh, we've got an enemy here. Take out that stormtrooper. It's a health boost here. We're already at 200. That's good. We'll grab the ammo that was dropped. We're up to 299 ammo now. It looks like there's kind of a semi-round area here with a nook behind it, but it doesn't go anywhere else. We're going to head back to that starting area. We're going to pass up that ramping doorway, though. Take a peek behind. Stormtrooper, another officer, another stormtrooper. And there's some blast damage here. It looks like it's actually made a convenient little set of steps we could use through the debris. But we're gonna take a step back and head into that doorway. So we head into the darkened doorway. We saw it first. We can see it kind of starts to wind upwards. In the dark, we can see an officer up ahead, so we're gonna take them out. Okay, that officer's down. Yeah, and it continues winding upwards in kind of a spiral. Up. Another officer hiding in the nook there.
Stop, rebels.
Another trooper at the top, in this round area at the top of this roundish area.
You're not authorized in this area.
Who said that? Oh, someone on the bridge. Okay, so there's a bridge at the other end of the circular area at the top. It also happens to coincide with the area that was hit by the blast that we saw down below. We'll grab that shield that's right there and a bit of ammo while we're here, and then head back up across this very short little bridge-like area. Take out a trooper on the left. Don't see anyone on the right. We'll head around the corner here, and we can see there's another bridge off in the distance. And another trooper off to our right. Take them out. Looks like there's quite a few troopers down below in that area. Oh, they saw us. Okay, we're going to head down below and not jump down yet. We're going to just pass the other side of this kind of balcony area. We see some winding stairs down, 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 but it's very dark, so we're gonna hit F. I'm gonna press F because I bound it to my headlamp. Don't remember what key it is by default. I think it's like F4 or F5. But with the headlamp on, we can see there's kind of this orange rooms below with some black tiles underneath on the floors. Take out 2 stormtroopers here in the adjoining rooms. And then across the way, we see there's a door. Trying to open the door doesn't work because there's probably no power. We do see some corpses on the ground. They look quite charred. They're basically just like charred skeletons. Hard to make out exactly what happened, but I imagine they were killed in those blasts that happened earlier with the Dark Trooper. So since we can't get back, get through that way, we'll head back up. That's spiraled staircase from the orange room up to the balcony. Looks like we're gonna have to jump the balcony, but there's just so many troopers, so I think I'm gonna maybe jump on the balcony ledge and try and pick them off. Oh, that didn't work. Lots of stormtroopers here. I would say about 4 or 5. 1 commando. We've taken most of those out on this lower area, but we can see some more across the way where there's another bridge. Okay, that's the last stormtrooper, so I guess it was about 5. And then across the way we see 2, 3 on the left, an officer and another stormtrooper on the right, another commando. They don't seem to detect us quite yet, so I think we're gonna try and pick off a few before we cross that bridge. Starting on the right here, we took out that officer. Looks like the other stormtrooper's coming to investigate. Switching to the Briar pistol, see if we can pick him off. Got him, okay. So now let's take out the troopers on the left side. Got him, okay. Now I think we can cross the bridge more safely. We'll pick up some ammo from these troopers that we dropped earlier. Okay, I think I got all the ammo. Oh, there's one more on the other side. Got him. Okay, so now we're crossing the bridge. Across the bridge we see a kind of small room, but it's got 2 large windows on either side that seem to be powered down, so we can just jump through them. And the door doesn't work, so we're gonna have to. So we'll jump through the door on the right-hand side, pick up some of the ammo from the enemies we took out there. So commando up ahead. Take out that commando. It saw us from the window. Okay, it looks like there's kind of a darkened bar area that we're looking in on, but we can see the lights of the bar. Maybe they're working on a backup generator. We'll turn on our headlamp so we can see inside. Oh, there's a bunch of troopers, so we'll engage them from the doorway so we can use it as a bottleneck. Okay, that worked reasonably well. We took out about 4 troopers and 1 commando and 1 officer at least. Oh, there's another area off to the right. Again, another bottleneck. 2 commandos, trooper, and they're all down. And we see some private booths here in this back area. And there's also some ammo. There's also a ledge or reclining area. Unfortunately, there's another corpse there. Other corpses on the floor from, I guess, the original inhabitants before the Imperials arrived. We'll pick up a few more ammo clips before we continue. Oh, and then in the corner of the bar in the back, we can see there's some stairs that were guarded by a commando. Taking out the commando, taking out another trooper who wandered in. And we'll go behind the bar, grab some ammo and health pack. And then we'll make our way up those stairs that were guarded by the commando. Oh, another commando. Okay, we got that commando. There's a window at the other end of this little nook at the top behind the bar. Take out the stormtroopers outside here. We'll jump through the window. Outside is another corpse and a larger expanse. Looks like we found that generator we were looking for. At the end of this large rectangular expansion walkway here. And it looks like there's a handprint on the other side so that we can walk across the different kind of pedals of the generator. But first I think I'm going to try and make my way around here. There's a bit of a ledge on the outside of the kind of command tower here. And we picked up some infrared goggles. Great. So we'll make our way back around to the opening very carefully so we don't fall in the water. All right, we'll press a handprint there. Looks like we've activated power. See the water moving now and the claws or pedals of the generator working. So we're going to cross over that. Head back into that window. Jump in. Okay, now we have light, so we don't need our headlamp anymore. We'll turn off the headlamp. Head back outside the bar. So the central area next to this bar is kind of orange colored. It's just outside that room we entered just on the other side of the bridge. So we'll start heading around that area there. There's an officer here shooting at us through the window. And then on the inside of this room, it looks like there's a health pack, some ammo pickups, and this was the initial room that we saw when we crossed the bridge. So heading out through this orange room to the outside, we see kind of a yellow brick area. Heading through there, clearing out some of the riffraff and stormtroopers. We see an officer in a nook off to the left. Take them out. And clear off this little balcony here. Now there's a conspicuous door on the on a kind of pillar in the middle of this water area here. Switch to our Briar pistol, take out some troopers in the distance on the other side. Adjoining balcony on the other side. And a commando seems to be in a room off to the right, but we don't have any way to cross, so we're gonna maybe check out that room to the right for a control panel, see if we can cross from there. So heading back out the way we came, kind of hugging the left side to see if we can find out where that leads. There's a stormtrooper here, is not looking at us, so we'll ambush him, take their ammo, open the door on this side. Yep, there is a button. Before we push the button, we're gonna use the Briar pistol to take out the stormtrooper on the far balcony. And our shields are maxed, so we're gonna push that button. Kind of red, now it turns blue, and we see that there's a bridge that's rotating around that central pillar there, probably for security, or perhaps related to the power generation. And then head back out to that little nook, walking around that nook to the balcony. Oh, it's guarded by an officer, of course it is. All right, heading across the balcony, there's a small room inside with a door, but it doesn't seem to open, so we see a switch inside. We'll hit that switch. Now we can hear and see the platform or bridge rotating around back to its original position, and the door open to let us across. So we'll see. Nope, can't pick up any more ammo. So there's another nook on the other side, and then working our way around that, we see there's an opening. Stormtrooper and an officer, and we see a damaged door at the other end of this clearing. It's got kind of a cross symbol on the ground. Looks like it might be a walkway, some lights around either side. But in addition to that damaged door, there's also a corner that's been destroyed that we could pass through, or there's a little hole off to the right. So we'll take this hole off to the right and see where that leads. Grab some ammo. Got some health shield down here in this, looks like sewage or something. And there's a body down here. Yep, looks like some kind of sewage way or waterway. So we'll jump into the water and start heading upstream. Moving pretty slow, so I'm going to jump as I go. Move a little faster that way. There's a trooper whose back is turned, so we'll ambush them. Another trooper, okay. Oh, some folks up in the window above us. A lot of folks. We're just going to walk around the corner, see if we can get a better angle on them. Nope. Doesn't seem to be a good way to shoot at them from that window. So we see an officer behind us. Take them out. Okay, so there are more bodies around here. There's also an elevated area. It looks like this was on the other side of that entrance that we had passed up earlier. And this is nice because it let us flank the troopers here. So we'll take them out, including the officer there. Commando here, guarding a large white door. Another elevated platform on the other sides, so it's almost symmetric. Take out the commando. All right, and now we're going to try and go through this large white door. It's got kind of an X pattern on it. A few other bodies along the way. Open that door. There's a lot of troopers in there, probably about 8. And it's kind of a almost circular octagon or a elongated octagon. Blue floor and some of that orange padding or paneling. Otherwise very white, bright white, like the ship on the original movie. The original episode 4 of Star Wars. So many stormtroopers. We're just kind of picking them off from the doorway here. We haven't quite gone through yet. All right, now we've cleared most of the rooms. We can head inside. Grab some shield off to the right. We also see a rebel symbol above the doorway that we just passed through, which I think is actually the Old Republic. And then on the far end of the room, there is a ledge and also a doorway. So we're going to head through that doorway. That goes underneath the ledge. We see a spiral staircase and a very low ceiling. So we're going to head through that low ceiling spiral staircase, which is dark gray around. Now we see that bright white paneling. That's very similar to the hallways on the ships and the Imperial and the Republic fleet. All right, we took out, I think, just about everyone who came to greet us. There's a door here on the other side. Opening the door, we see kind of a weapon or something in the middle of the room. Some bodies, a few troopers. It looks like this was that room we were shooting up at from the sewer entrance that we came through. And so we've taken out just about everyone. So,
Go ahead, Kyle. Looks like I found something that can help us out. Get back to the landing pad and I'll meet you there.
okay, so it says we picked up the Dark Trooper weapon. So if we take a quick look at our PDA, which I think is F1 by default, but I've bound it to O, we'll hit objectives and we can see, yes, we've found and restarted the hydroelectric power generator. We've found some clue to the Dark Trooper, and now we return to the landing pad. We'll exit our PDA. Open the door that we came in through. And while we're here, just check the door on that was left of that entrance white door. Let's see what else we can find while we're here. You see a small kind of staging area here with a kind of blue, strangely patterned floor. And then some hexagonal tiles in the far room, some pillars in it, some more bodies. Take out a few more of the stormtroopers there. Here's another commando. Open another door on the far end here. Looks like it's just some ammo and some kind of medical bay. But we do see a small handprint panel here, so we'll hit that switch. Sounds like it opened something. Oh, what did it open here? Oh, some more med packs. You found a secret. Okay. Alright, so we've gotten all the ammo we can get. We don't need any more health, so I guess we're done with this area. So we'll make our way back to that central octagonal kind of round V-shaped room with the rebel symbol at the top. Take out that straggler. Head back to the large door. Oh, there's some Imperials here. They must have heard all the commotion. About 4 stormtroopers out here in the clearing, in this clearing area outside. That large white X door. Oh, a couple more. Okay, so taking them out, I think we can head back the way through the main entrance there. Oh, the door's having trouble, so we'll crouch underneath it, get out. Oh, it's having all kinds of glitches here. And now it's so low I can't get under it. Okay, but that's okay, we got through it. And then we're gonna head back to this little nook area that kind of separates, this wall that separates the other areas. And then head back to that bridge, that rotating bridge. Now we're in the central pillar, we're gonna rotate the bridge back around. Alright, the far door is open to let us out. Back through the nook on the other side. And we're gonna head back to our landing area. Whoops. More troopers I had not cleaned up earlier. That's okay. Alright, so, oh, we need to get across the bridge. So, back through here, walking through the window. Oh, more troopers. Second wave of troopers here. And some commandos. Okay. Got them. Alright, so now we can finally cross the bridge. The elevator on the other side has helped us get across. And now we can use that door that we couldn't get through earlier in that darkened orange room. It's an orange door on the other side. And here we are. We can see now. See some damage on the inside too. Another door. Oh, this is an extra life. Cool. Hiding in this little ammo room. We'll go through the door next to it. This was the one we had encountered earlier. And then up that semi-spiral staircase. Across the balcony earlier where we saw those troopers. Across the short bridge. Oops. Commandos waiting for us. Okay. Several commandos. At least 3. Waiting for us near the damaged area. We're going to head back down this gray paneled spiral staircase where the officer had been waiting and lying in wait for us. And back to the original landing area. Oh, another commando. Alright, I think we got just about everyone. Pick up a little bit more ammo. Sprint back to the Moldy Crow. Which, by the way, looks a little bit different since we're using the community patch. It looks more like the cutscenes instead of the dark gray with brown trim we saw earlier in the game. It looks more like the Moldy Crow we saw in the cutscenes, which is more of kind of a rusty brown in just about all parts. The model is also a little bit more enhanced by the community patch there. All right, so we'll press escape and we can see next mission configuration, quit to DOS, return to game. So that's how we know we're done. We'll click next mission. Mission goals complete. Continue next mission. Well, that wraps up the second mission of Dark Forces. Thanks for listening, and until next time, game onward.